Hello, Regrets. We're back with the finale of the Colorado Avalanche franchise mode in FHM 12. And the last one, we did not even make the playoffs. So that officially closes our window. As obviously we spent the majority of the franchise mode as contenders. Obviously, right out of the gate from year one, we were a good team. I mean, that was to be expected, right? Because, we were using Colorado. We had a good roster year number one. But it took us a little while. It took us a little while to get to where we wanted to go, which was, in fact, the Stanley Cup, which we won in years 7 and 8 back-to-back. But unfortunately, we could not follow that up with a three-peat. We were swept out of the first round, in fact, in year number 9, and here in year number 10, we did not even make the playoffs. So, that's an unfortunate note to end it on. But what we're going to do in this episode, we are going to go into the draft and hopefully acquire Eli Carthy, the 5-star potential right-handed defenseman. I don't usually do the draft after year number 10, but I'm making an exception here because I really want to be able to see if we can get Eli Carthy for to secure the future of this franchise on the back end, because I feel like that's going to be key for the Avalanche moving forward, even after our 10 years over here. Because, you have in goal, Nabokov's 32. He's not going to be a 5-star ability forever. And frankly, he's been kind of inconsistent lately. He only had 898 save percentage this past year. He had a 920 the year before, but then an 890 as well the year before that. So Nabokov's been kind of inconsistent. Honestly, I'd be willing to trade. I would be willing to trade anybody, okay? Anybody and anything for the first overall pick in order to get Eli Carthy, if that is what it has to be. Like, I will trade Nabokov. I will trade Vladimirov. I will trade 3 first-round picks if needed. Right? Like, that's how rare. Like, do you guys know how rare a 5-star potential is at this point? Like, we haven't seen a single 5-star potential in the draft. After year number 6, we did not see a single 5-star potential in the draft until now. So, and much less have it be a defenseman, a right-handed defenseman, 5-star potential. Absolutely. That I will trade anything for an opportunity to draft a top-tier defenseman like that. So what we're going to do here first is we are going to go through the re-sign stage, of course. We have to do that before we get to the draft. So there's Necas, there's Makar, there's Meyer, there's Zhilkin. Those are the big names here. Then you also have Selivanov, Koke. Then you have McKinnon. It'll be interesting to see if he retires on July 1st. But nonetheless, he does still need a contract. He wants 1 year for 8.3 mil. I mean, what's he making right now? He's making 7.9 right now. I mean, I guess so. I would feel bad for not offering him if he doesn't retire. So I'll try to take him down a little bit. I'll take him down to 8 mil for 1 year. All right. How about 8.1? There you go. 8.1 for 1 year. Then you have Necas, who's already down to a 4-star ability. He wants 7 mil for 4 years. I don't know about that at 36. It's not like he's McKinnon, where, he spent his entire career here. He spent a good chunk of his career with Carolina, right? So, but at the same time, Necas is obviously a very valuable asset. Then you have Makar, 36. He wants 6 mil for 2 years. That's a decent deal for him, I suppose. We can get him back. I'll start at 5.5 for 2 years. 5.6. He wants 5.67. We'll do that. And then Zhilkin and Meyer. Zhilkin wants 6.3 for 3 years. I mean, that's quite the increase, but yeah, we'll do it. Start at 5.5, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9. There it is. And then Meyer, he wants 5.5 for 3 years. And I managed to get him down to 5.3 for 3 years. All right, so McKinnon, Makar, Zhilkin, and Meyer have all signed. Now there's still Necas, Selivanov, Koke, Murniaks, Heiskanen, Novikov, Suvanto. There's a lot of players that we need to re-sign this year. I do want to re-sign Selivanov. He had a pretty good year this year, 910 save percentage in 36 games played. He filled his role quite well, and he only wants 1.8 for 2 years. We will absolutely do that. Murniaks, he had 28 points in 73 games played this year. He had the same amount the year before. He wants 5.6 for 3 years. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Koke had 44 points this year in 72 games played, 36 the year before. What does he want? He wants 6 mil for 3 years. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford all these. I don't think we're going to be able to afford all these players. I think we can afford one of either Koke and Murniaks, and I think I'd rather sign Koke. So I'll start at 5.2 for him. All right, 5.4. 5.5. He looks like he's not coming down a whole lot. And 5.63 for 3 years is the final offer. Heiskanen, he had 30 points this past season. He wants 6.8 for 1 year. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to afford Heiskanen, especially with, especially if we're signing Necas, which I mean, I think we will. Like, despite the fact that this contract's taken him to 40, he's still kind of worth it. That being said, that no movement clause is kind of unfortunate. I will start at $6 million for 4 years for him. And actually, you know what? I'm going to try to take him down to 3 years. Let's go for 2 years for 6.6. All right, now let's try $7 million for 2 years. All right, he's down to 3 years now. Now let's try to take him down on the price a little bit more. And 6.7 for 3 years is the final offer for him. That will work. So there you go. Selivanov, Natchez, and Koke have all re-signed. And who's that leave? You have Murniaks, Heiskanen, Novikov, Suvanto, Leander, Buckinger. So mostly just some AHL guys here. There is Heineman, though. He played in the NHL. Only 19 points in 56 games played. He wants 1.62. I don't know. I think I would rather give his spot to a younger guy at this point. Like Patikin. He's at a 2.5 star ability already. So we'll probably just call him up. Then there's also Leander, who's also a 2.5 star ability. And then Suvanto as well. And Novikov. So you got plenty of prospects who are ready to make the jump here. So I think I'll release Heineman. Danny Jokin wants 2.1 for 1 year. That's not worth it for him. I just signed him just because, he's Dima's brother. So releasing those two. Novikov, he wants 1.5 for 3 years. Definitely going to do that. Leander, he wants 1.7 for 3 years. Yeah, I may as well. I mean, he's 23 anyways, so he's got some decent potential. May as well see what he's about in the NHL level. Then you have Westling, backup defenseman, 1.65 for 2 years. Yeah, sure. So what are our finances looking like heading into next season now? Only $5 million left. We're currently at roughly $87 million. The cap space here says 18 mil. So I think we're going to be way over, honestly. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to afford Heiskanen or Murniaks, because Murniaks, he wants like 5.6 for 3 years. Considering his performances over the past 2 years, I don't think he's worth that. Then you have Heineman, who we're releasing, Jokin we're releasing, and then Buckinger wants 1.7 for 2 years. I mean, he's a decent backup defenseman, I guess, but not at that price. I'll release him as well. I will re-sign Suvanto, though. There you go. So everyone you see here on the list is getting released. And with that, let's simulate up to the end of the playoffs and see who wins the Stanley Cup. And the 2034-35 Stanley Cup champions are the Calgary Flames. This is their second Stanley Cup, last one in 1989. And the Stanley Cup winning goal scored by Olivier Nadeau. They went through Edmonton, Seattle, Vegas, and Boston. And now it's time for the awards ceremony. For the Ted Lindsay, it is Matvei Michkov, who had 41 goals and 84 points this season. For the Art Ross, it is Max Melchiorek of Boston. He had 36 goals and 93 points on the season. For the Maurice Richard, it is Rocco Pelosi of Columbus, who had 46 goals and 70 points on the season. For the Lady Byng, it is William Eklund of Montreal. He had 21 goals and 53 points. For the Bill Masterton, it is Thomas Harley, currently on the Texas Stars, but was also, for the majority of the season, on Dallas. He had 1 goal and 33 points on the season. And for the Mark Messier Leadership Award is Nikita Artamonov of Columbus, who had 15 goals and 59 points on the season. No alternate captain or captaincy at all. And for the Jennings, it is Arvid Franzen of Carolina. He had a .902 save percentage and 6 shutouts in 51 games played. Now for the Hart, between Connor Bedard, Matvei Michkov, and Max Melchiorek, it is Matvei Michkov of Philadelphia. For the Conn Smythe, it is Zane Parik of Calgary with 21 points in 23 games played. For the Calder, between Mike Mullins, Martin Sovalech, and David Gasser, it is Mike Mullins of Seattle with 66 points. For the Norris, between David Gasser, Mikhail Zahaholka, and Tarek Lemam, it is Mikhail Zahaholka of Buffalo with 71 points in 83 games played. For the Selke, between Jack Leslie, Robin Svankara, and Braden Coots, it is Jack Leslie of Ottawa with 51 points on the season. For the Vezina, between Joshua Ravensbergen, Tobias Orchovsky, and Eric Tu, it is Tobias Orchovsky of Columbus with a .914 save percentage and 5 shutouts. GM of the Year, between Sean Horkoff, Daniel Briere, and Evgeny Sybuk, is Evgeny Sybuk of Dallas with 43 wins. And for the Jack Adams, between Nicholas Backstrom, Stu Bickle, and Nate Brookerson, it is Nicholas Backstrom of Columbus with 57 wins on the season. All right, we're on June 23rd. Time to sign some prospects. Ryan Sergey will sign him, and everybody else I think I will not sign. So Sergey will be the lone prospect who I sign here, at least for as far as guys whose deadlines are coming up. But is there anyone else I want to sign? I don't think so. And here's our 2034-35 season summary. We only had a winning season, and we also failed to reach the playoffs. Longevity bonus of 9, financial health bonus of 1, total season score of 21, meaning our final career score is 317. I suppose I will max out discipline and then put 1 into player motivation. Oh, yep, there it is. Nathan MacKinnon has officially retired. So I suppose, you know what, that's a fitting end to this franchise mode. And of course, his number is automatically retired, so we don't even have to worry about doing that. And Cale Makar also retires. Yeah, this franchise is officially I think we have officially entered the rebuild here, as Cale Makar also, of course, gets his number retired. So now let's see our roster. The Nathan MacKinnon-less and Cale Makar-less Colorado Avalanche. In goal, you have Nabokov and Selvanov. On defense, it's looking pretty abysmal here now without Makar. You have Korchinski, Rasnik, Nemets, Ball, Lipayoki, Mielka, and Sergei. Then at forward, you have Neuenschwander, Vladimirov, Kasper, Natchez, Meyer, Spelkvist, Jokin, Koke, Shilov, Albanese, and Edqvist. So forward-wise, we're actually pretty good still. It's just that the defensive core is in pretty rough shape, and who knows how much longer Nabokov's going to hold out for. And he only has 1 year left on his deal anyway. Let's just see how much he wants for an extent. Whoa! Yeah, I think it's time to trade him. It's time to go all in on the rebuild. We're trading Nabokov. I've learned my lesson in the past. I'm not doing this again. 18 million for 2 years and a no movement clause. I mean, I know it's only for 2 years, but 18 million. Holy moly. I'm not paying a gold. I'm sorry. I don't care how good a goaltender is. I'm not paying him 18 million. No way. Never in this game ever am I paying a goaltender 18 million. Jeez. Yeah, it's definitely time to trade him. Anyway, I think what we're going to do here, I don't think we're going to be going to free agency at all, because at this point, you know, I think we really do need that young defenseman. So trading for Eli Carthy, or more specifically, the first overall pick to get Eli Carthy, is going to be my top priority here in this draft. So, like I said, I'm willing to trade anybody, literally anybody and anything for this pick. I will trade Nabokov. I will trade Vladimirov. I'll trade Neuenschwander. I'll trade 3 first-round picks. I'll trade whatever, because getting a right-handed 5-star potential defenseman anywhere past year number 6 in the draft, he's already a 1.5-star ability as well. I mean, that is such a gem of a find. Let's see his strengths and weaknesses. Strongest part of his game is playmaking ability, decent on ice vision, skating's pretty good, decent stamina, doesn't slack off in practice like that, above average strength. Weakest part of his game is goal scoring. None of his weaknesses are a serious liability. Personality wise, takes success in stride, very high IQ, a little prone to controversy. Okay, that's not the best, but you know what? It's okay. It's especially considering he's a 5-star potential defenseman. I can overlook that, I think. But yeah, we need to do whatever it takes to get him. Absolutely. So we're just gonna go ahead to the draft order announcement. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get the first overall pick. I doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to move up to number 1. We're too far back. So yeah, we're gonna have to trade for number 1 for sure. So here we go. Let's see who wins it. At number 16 will be Ottawa, followed by Nashville, New Jersey, Colorado at number 13. Then you have the Rangers, so Florida moves up. Oh, so close. Then you have Seattle, Minnesota, so Washington moves up as well. San Jose, Utah again. Anaheim at number 6. Number 5 is Montreal, 4 Detroit, 3 Florida, 2 Florida again, and then Washington at number 1. So let's just see what Washington wants here. They want wingers. Okay. Very interesting. I wonder if they would take maybe Neuenschwander. Then plus obviously we'd have to include our first round pick as well. So let's get their first round pick on here. I will include our first round pick for this year. I will also include Neuenschwander, Vladimirov, Nabokov. Oh boy. I don't know about this. Let's see. What about maybe this first round pick? Oh boy. What if I take Vladimirov off and put another first? Yeah, I don't know. That's 3 first-round picks, Nabokov and Neuenschwander, and we're not even close. What about Vladimirov and Nabokov? Nope. Those are all of our most valuable assets. I don't think there's a trade that we can make that would work. And they want wingers too, right? Like they want Vladimirov, and he's 24 too. Like they should absolutely want him. What about Vladimirov and Neuenschwander? Yeah, no, they do not want to give up this pick. About Spelkvist, yeah, this is not happening. This is absolutely not going to happen. If 3 first-round picks, if Vladimirov and Nabokov isn't going to make this work, I don't know what will. I don't think anything will. So let's just see. Oh, they didn't take they didn't take Carthy. They took what's his name? They took Frank Coeur instead. Kevin Frank Coeur. He has a 4.5-star consensus potential, 4-star team scouting potential with a 1.5-star team scouting ability. He definitely looks like a good player, but they took the winger instead of the defenseman. Interesting. So I wonder, would Florida be willing to trade number 2? Because I mean, they have back-to-back picks here. They want left defense. Is it their pick or Tampa's pick? Let's see. Oh, it might be Tampa's pick. They only had 26 wins this year. Florida had 38. This might be Tampa's pick. I'm not entirely sure though. Like, because obviously Florida's not a good team either, but Tampa's even worse. So I'd have to imagine that this is Tampa's pick. I'm not entirely sure. I wish that it would show you on this screen the exact pick number that it is, right? That's something. There's something for FHM 13. Do you want Nabokov? Do you want a first-round pick? Do you want another first-round pick? Do you want another first-round pick? No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get this. You want Vladimirov? Nope. Wow. Yeah, the computer AI very stingy on not giving up these picks here, which I guess makes sense, right? It's you have Eli Carthy available. All right, I guess we'll just see who they take. Yeah, they take Carthy. Figures. You know what? Whatever. I don't usually do this, but I just want to see what it would take to trade for him. So rights to Eli Carthy. Let's get Nabokov on there. It's already a well-balanced. It's already a well-balanced offer. They could have had much more if they had just given up the package that I offered them, right? So let's give them our firsts. Yeah, it's already, they'll probably accept this offer. But you know what? Just to make it worth their while, I'll include another first-round pick, and then also, and I'll give you Korchinski as well. All right, so because they're looking for left defense, right? So this sort of makes sense. I mean, what was the record again? 38, 39, 7. They missed the playoffs each of the past 3 seasons. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that they're not a very good team. But still, this trade is absolutely a good deal. You know what? I mean, I'm tempted to include another first rounder in there, honestly, because like Eli Carthy, like a defenseman, a top prospect defenseman is very, very rare in these later years. You know what? Sure. Why not? Nabokov, Korchinski, and 3 first-round picks for the rights to Eli Carthy offer trade. Okay. We would be below the cap floor, so we have to get some cap back in return. Let's take Kokoniemi. They will never accept that offer because he resigned with them recently. Okay. So then let's retain some of Nabokov and Korchinski's salaries there. Will they do this now? Yes, they will. Very nice. All right. There it is. We have acquired Eli Carthy, the rights to Eli Carthy in exchange for Ilya Nabokov, Kevin Korchinski, and 3 first-round picks. So quite the deal right there. So now let's simulate ahead. We're at pick number 45 now in the second round, and we're already down to 2.5-star potentials. So I think I'm just going to have the CPU finish this. And there you go. There is the draft. So all in all, this was, I would say, a pretty successful franchise mode. We did get 2 Stanley Cups after all. Of course, it did have a bit of a sour ending, but that said, we did acquire the future face of the franchise in Eli Carthy. I mean, it was a bit unconventional the way we acquired him, you know, trading him right after he got drafted second overall and traded 3 first-round picks, our star goaltender, and a solid defenseman for him. But still, some good times ahead, hopefully, for the Colorado Avalanche fans. But before we end things off here, we're going to check on Zeke Burns, who is a creative player for a channel member. And it looks like he's a member of the New York Rangers now. He's a 3.5-star ability at 27 years of age. He's a power forward. He has a 16 power forward rating. Let's see his career stats. Okay, so it looks like he's about a 40 to 50 point guy on his career on average. Started out his career in Calgary, played a few years there. He was the captain there. Then he went to Chicago. Then after Chicago, went to New York. And he is still with the Rangers to this day. And he, unfortunately, looks like he did not have any playoff experience whatsoever. So he's a bit unlucky there, it seems. Hopefully that'll change for him some point in the future. And now what we're going to do is we are going to, of course, edit the retired numbers. Of course, we already have McKinnon and Makar. I was going to retire them anyway, but they're already there, so no need to do it now. But there's still a couple of other numbers that I want to retire. That would include Marty Necas. He was very good for us for the entirety of the franchise mode. Actually, did his name appear there? Oh, okay. I see. It was the accent on the C that made him disappear there. So I will add him as a retired number with number 88. And then also, of course, it's got to be Landeskog, right? I mean, he was so good for this team for such a long time. And, you know, he was obviously he was injured for a while, and then he came back from his injury, and then he actually performed really well. I was not expecting him to perform as well as he did when he came back, but he certainly proved me wrong there. He was effective basically up until the year he retired, right? So Landeskog and Natchez have been added as retired numbers alongside McKinnon and Makar. And it's quite the stacked roster of retired numbers here now. You have Gretzky, Waugh, Sakic, Bork, Adam Foote, Peter Forsberg, Milan Hajduk, and now the four that retired here for us. So yeah, that is about it, I think. So as for what's next, I'm not sure, because this is around the time of year where I do start to get a little burnt out on franchise modes, particularly with FHM. So we're going to, I think, well, I'll definitely be taking a little bit of a break. I'm not sure how long. See how I feel after a couple of weeks, and we'll go from there. But regardless, I do want to, I think, hopefully start anyway uploading to my VTuber channel, which is my second channel. So if you're into that kind of content, feel free to check it out. If not, that's okay. I completely understand it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do want to make some other content on there that's, you know, not NHL related, because it's just a nice change of pace for me, you know, during the off season especially. So I think with that, that'll be just about it. So we'll end things off here, but not before I thank the channel members. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.